welcome everyone. Good evening. Good evening. It's so exciting to see everyone tonight. This is our 7th annual Big Reveal event for the Florida Data Science for Social Good. Woo! And and this year, this is the kickoff event for Jack's Tech Week. So all of you tech heads out there, be aware of what's going on with Jack's Tech Week. My name is Dan Richard, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Psychology, and I co-direct the Florida Data Science program with my colleague over here, Karthik.
Thanks, Dan. And my name is Dr. Karthikeyan Umapathy. I go by Karthik, an associate professor in UNF School of Computing and another co-director for this program. So along with us, we have other two big team players with us who are our board members. Arri, who is from Jacksonville Jaguar, and Matt from NLP Logix. And you will be hearing from them quite soon. So along with them, then we have other key important players who are our industry mentors, whom we call as Sherpas, and our faculty members and faculty members from other colleges, whom we call as faculty leads. So this whole internship is 12 weeks during the summer, starts in the first week of June and goes on until this week. So that's 12 weeks. And every other week, we meet interns, and we also meet with all of this group of experts for about 90 minutes, and we have a very in-depth discussion about each project, each finding, and each directions that our interns are taking. And that depth discussion is key in why we are successful and why now our 3 community partners are going to get a product that is very useful for them. So again, very big thanks for them. And many of them are in person with us, and some of them are joining us via online in YouTube. So now the other key reason why we are here. So this year we worked with 7 interns, and we can see who they are. So first, Partha, who is the now second year data science master student at UNF. So, and he will be graduating at the end of this academic year, and he is considering to pursue into PhD programs, right? Then we have Patrick, who is graduated in the end of the spring from psychology program in UNF. Initially, he was not sure what to do, but now he has figured out that he needs to get into graduate program, and most likely he's going to enter into a psychology science graduate program. Right? Then we have Vinaya. She's from business analytics in USF. So she's also second year student. At the end of this year, she will be looking for a business analytics, data analytics job, right? And then we have Aishwarya. She's the senior data science student at UNF. She has decided to pursue a graduate program right after graduating. And then we have Shriram. He is also USF business analytics student. He is also second year student, and he also will be looking for a job at the end of this academic year for business analytics, data analytics positions. And then we have Amanda. So she graduated in the end of the spring semester from psychology in UNF, and she just started this week a graduate program in psychological sciences. And then our last intern, Yuan Wan, she's 5th year social work PhD student at Washington University in St. Louis. So she will be wrapping up her doctoral work by end of the next year, and the next year she will be looking for her full-time faculty positions. Right? So, and we soon going to hear from them, and they are the one going to do the most of the talking. But before that, we have to brag a little bit more. So we, as Dan mentioned, this is our 7th year doing this DSSG program. And we, including the 7 interns, so we have worked with 51 students. So our work is very intensive, so that kind of limits how many number of interns we can work with at the same time. And as you can see, that we kind of work with interns from multiple disciplines, and that's one of the key success and the key trademark of what we do. And as you can see, out of the 51, 19 of them are from social science discipline, and that includes psychological sciences, political sciences, and anthropology, and those kind of disciplines. The other disciplines are the business, computing, data science, stats, health science are the other disciplines that we typically work with. And while majority of the students we recruit have been from UNF, we do make consistent effort to recruit students from other Florida universities and the universities from outside Florida. But our selection order is first UNF, first, then Florida universities, then the outside Florida universities. Then majority of the students, we work with our masters, but we do make sure that we are creating the slots and creating right opportunities for undergraduates also to participate along with our work. Then in regards to the kind of community partners work, as the name suggests, FL-DSSG, we do make our consistent effort to reach Florida, all the nonprofits across the state, but we have worked mostly with our Northeast, nonprofits in the Northeast because of our vast network in here, but we've been making consistent effort to reach out to other nonprofits across the states. All right. So with that, now I will invite Dan to explain what exactly is the FL-DSSG.
Yeah, so what is data science for social good? Well, of course, many of you are familiar with the concept of data science, which is gaining those actionable insights from data. But those insights and what gives our program motivation are our community partners. So we partner with nonprofit organizations. They kind of bring the focus on the social issues and then also bring their data. And then we have interns, as you saw, from multiple disciplines, work on these projects over the 12-week program so they can provide these decision support products for those nonprofit organizations so that they can do good work in the community. And so that's what DSSG is all about. And we say that we are social trustees of knowledge, and so we invite our community partners and our interns and all of our Sherpas and faculty leads to share their knowledge in the support of social good. And so that's what we're about. Of course, this program is not possible unless we have funding for our students. Of course, Karthikeyan and I, we volunteer our time. We don't get paid, but the students, we want to make sure and pay them. So all of that funding and funding for this event comes from our, this year came from our corporate sponsors. Our gold sponsors, NLP Logix, the Jaguars, and the Community First Foundation were supporting us there. We also had two of our nonprofit organizations also provide funds to support the student work as well, and that was Cathedral Arts and Florida Philanthropic Network. And of course, many other corporate sponsors came along and supported us, so the PGA Tour, Advos Legal, Miller Electric, HC Brands, Market Ounce, Innovation Labs, and iVenture all supported the work of the students, and so let's give them a big round of applause for their support. So we'd now like to invite two of our board members and also our corporate sponsors to come up and greet you and share some thoughts with you about DSSG.
Hey everybody, my name is Arri. I've been part of the board for Data Science for Social Good since inception, and I've also been able to represent the Jaguars in our involvement in this. And I think what's so unique about this is that, as the Jaguars, what do we have to do with, anything besides winning games? And a big part of our mission is supporting the community and championing the community. And how we get there is through, to keep throwing more sports analogies at you, is through teamwork. And this program and everything that comes through it is such a great representation of teamwork through the interns, the Sherpas, the community partners, Dan and Karthik. There's so much that goes through together to come to where we are. And we take this raw information that's just data and turn it into something that can change lives and futures. And it's so cool to watch that process. I really enjoy it every year. I'm really excited to see what you all have to say today. And I can't wait to see how it changes Jacksonville for the future.
So thanks, Arri. I probably don't have a whole lot to add to that, but I do want to sneak in a few thank yous. The first is thank you to everybody who came today in person and online to help support this. It's fantastic to see the great turnout. And then I know behind the scenes there's a lot of people, we had some names up, that volunteer their time And it's very incredible. There's so much, so much that goes on behind the scenes that without people donating time, we just wouldn't be here. And we had the corporate sponsors up. Certainly, this event, it takes funding, and so thank you for all of our corporate partners for being there and helping. It's fantastic. And most importantly, and if we could get a round of applause again for this, is really for Dan and Karthik, because thank you. Yep, just an amazing amount of work that goes into this, and the leadership that they show, and it's throughout the full year. A lot of it happens in the summer, but there's a lot of planning that happens in the fall. So thanks, guys, for making that possible.